Okay, you guys, last week I took a poll of how many of you suffered from depression and or anxiety after your divorce, and 100% of the people that answered the poll said that they felt depression and anxiety. So let's go ahead and jump in and start talking about what this is. So first of all, let's define it. What is depression? It's 5 or more of the following symptoms. This is the clinical definition of depression. I cannot and will not diagnose you. That's between you and your doctor and you and your therapist. But here's what it looks like. Depressed mood most of the day. Huge diminished interest in or pleasure in all or almost all activities that you used to find pleasure in. Weight loss or weight gain. Insomnia or hypersomnia, and hypersomnia is the inability to sleep, fatigue, tiredness, or loss of energy, and feelings of worthlessness or excessive or inappropriate guilt nearly every day. Here's what I want you to know about this list. You may feel one of these, you may feel all 5 of these, you may feel something in between. I want you to know what your baseline is. What is it when you feel good? And does it include some of these? The reason I want you to know this is because I need you to know when to ask for extra help. For me, if I have diminished interest in or pleasure in activities that used to bring me joy, I know it's time to start reaching out for help. When I start to feel worthless and excessive guilt, it's time for me to reach out for extra help. So take a look at this list. Notice where you are now. Notice where you are when you're good, and figure out where you might need extra help. Anxiety, like depression, has its own set of symptoms to watch for. One is excessive worry that's difficult to control. We all have worries. We all have stressors. This is worry that takes over your day, and it's hard to control it, and it's hard to control it more often than not for at least 6 months. 3 or more of the restlessness, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, irritability, muscle tension, and sleep disturbance. Anxiety causing significant distress socially or at work. And they point those 2 out because these are areas in which you may have been fine before, but suddenly are struggling with. And anxiety that cannot be explained by substances, drugs or alcohol, or any medications that you might be on, or other physical conditions. So if that makes sense to you, again, know where you are when you feel good. Know which of these symptoms you have and which of the symptoms you need to have in order to know it's time to reach out for help. Anxiety is the #1 diagnosed mental health and emotional health issue in the United States. If you are feeling anything from anxiety or depression, know that you are not alone, because these are the top 2 diagnoses, and they are most often diagnosed together. So what causes anxiety and depression? #1 is genetics. Please know that if anxiety or depression run in your family, this does not mean that your children will automatically end up with an anxiety or depression diagnosis later in their life. All it means is that if it runs in your family, you are more prone to having that diagnosis. Also know that both depression and anxiety are highly treatable, which means if you are diagnosed or if you are feeling those symptoms that we just talked about, there are things that you can do to manage those symptoms, both things with medication between you and your doctor and things outside of medication, which is what we're going to get into next. Besides genetics, stress is a major contributor. Many times people will develop symptoms of depression or symptoms of anxiety after major life events. For me, I was diagnosed with depression not long after my divorce, and that now has created a lifelong struggle with depression where I need to know what my baseline is and I need to know when to reach out for help. So those are the 2 biggest causes of anxiety and depression. So what are we going to do about it? This week, I want you to focus on journaling. I'm going to take you through an entire set of different ideas to help you manage your symptoms outside of medication. I can't help with medication, but I can help you with the management of the symptoms outside of that. Some of the things that I'll be going over with you, you will find extremely helpful. Some of them you will not, but give them all a try. So we're going to start right now with journaling. As soon as I'm finished with this video, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, or I want you to open your computer and I want you to start typing, or even a note on your phone. And for 5 minutes, I want you to write. And don't think about spelling, punctuation, grammar, any of that. Just write. This is something that I did live, and I gave them the writing prompt of, I wish everyone in this room would know this about me, whatever that is. So for you guys, change this up. Use the writing prompt of, I wish everyone would know this about me. It doesn't have to be in the room, but the people that you know. What do you wish they knew about you? The point of journaling is to get out what you're feeling on the inside. Once it's out of your body, once it's out of your system, you can then move on. You're opening up space within your body for different emotions, different feelings, better emotions, better feelings. And you're doing this because you're getting out those negative ones that are in there. Every day for the next week, I want you to spend 5 minutes journaling, writing. If you need help with prompts, comment below and let me know, and I will give you different prompts. Also, head over to facebook.com/parenting after divorce, and I'll be listing different writing prompts for the next week. You're going to pass the next week anyway. You might as well spend the next week trying something that is only going to help you. That's it, guys. Head to KarenBeckerLifeCoach.com for more information. Be a part of our tribe, a brand new online support group. It is support that is offered 24/7 from myself and other people in there. The more people that sign up, the more people we can get to come in as guests and to talk to each of you. Thanks, guys.